Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. I'm gonna throw a party. A political party. And everyone's invited. Oh, it's gonna be great. There's gonna be a clown and... Wait. This doesn't exactly sound like a good idea, now that I think about it. No. Because it's gonna all fall apart. The Democrats are gonna be The Democrats are going to be complaining with the Republicans about the way they drink the punch. Of course, that's because the Republicans are spiking the punch and drinking it out of shotgun shells. Then the Republicans will probably shoot the clown while the Democrats are trying to force him to buy health care. Doesn't sound like a great idea, after all. And you know why? Because political parties are stupid. The problem is that that's just it. The problems. Nobody cares about them. All the Democrats care about is how the Republicans are doing things and how everything that's going wrong is the fault of the Republican Party. All the Republicans care about is how stupid the Democrats are and how much of pansies they are. And while both sides are right, both sides are wrong. Take the shooting in Arizona, for example. Everybody's been talking about it. Both the sides have been very vocal about their opinions toward what happened. And you know what their opinion is? The other side is responsible and needs to take credit for what happened. But nobody is paying attention to what really matters. I mean, sure, it could have been the Republicans' fault. The shooter could have been a liberal, making it Democratic responsibility. But in the end, what really matters is that it happened. And it needs to be taken care of. Pointing fingers isn't going to do a damn thing about what happened. Now, while the Republicans are trying to prove that this guy was a liberal, and he quite clearly wasn't, the Democrats are trying to prove that it's Sarah Palin's fault. And even if it was, it doesn't really matter. What matters is what everybody's ignoring. That Palin thought it could have been her fault and ran away from it. She took down that graphic of the districts in which she wanted all the senators and House members taken out of office, marked with crosshairs. After this happened, she took that down. She also took down some tweets using that rhetoric everyone likes to talk about. And she's been going on talk shows constantly defending herself, saying like, oh, we shouldn't be pointing fingers at anybody, it's nobody's fault, this guy did what he did by himself, nobody told him to. That's all well and good, but it's making her look like a complete ass. Because if you didn't do anything wrong, there's nothing to defend yourself from, and she feels she did something or said something to cause this to happen. And she's running away from it. She's trying to defend herself from it. Instead of facing the problem and apologizing for what she did, she's running away. And nobody notices, because everybody's so into whose fault it is. The Democrats are trying to blame the Republicans are trying to blame the Democrats, and nothing is getting solved. That's the way it's been for years in this country. I mean, even, Congress and the House and the President even, everything has been at a standstill. nothing has changed in the past 2 years, and nothing is going to change in the next 2, because everyone in government power is so fucking stupid. For example, healthcare. The Republicans don't want any at all. I mean, they're saying they want some, and they're saying they have a plan to replace Obama's healthcare, but they don't. They just don't want it for the middle class, because they don't care. It's less money for the government. And the Democrats want it too strict. And the Republicans keep saying, oh, we want what the people want. You know, the people don't like the healthcare. Bullshit. The people do like the healthcare bill, but they want it less strict. For example, the public option. They don't want to be forced to have this healthcare. They want it to be an option. They don't want it to be mandatory. Most of the people who are against it just want it more lenient. And nothing has been done. Nothing's getting done in Congress because, you know, the Republicans keep saying no to everything the Democrats want to do, even if it's right, simply because the Democrats want to do it. The Democrats keeps trying to stop everything the Republicans want to do simply because the Republicans want to do it, not because it's wrong, even if it is. Everybody is so caught up in political parties, and they're meaningless. All political parties do is create this hive mind mentality among the voters. You know, I'm voting for this guy not because he's the right guy for the job, but because he's a Democrat. You know, I'm voting for this guy not because he's the right guy for the job, but because he's a Republican. That's all anyone ever cares about, and it doesn't make any difference. A lot of the people that voted for Obama voted for him because he's a Democrat, and he turned out to be a horrible president. He isn't doing anything, and he's constantly giving in to everything that the Republicans want to do. He isn't fighting anything. He gave in to the Bush tax cuts instead of fighting for his, like he should have. The country is going to hell. And it seems from now on we're just going to have to enjoy the ride.